Let's look at 200 take away 89. Obviously difficult because we have 0 in the number we're subtracting from in the tens and 0 in the units. If we look at each column individually, we know that if in our units column, we are definitely going to have to exchange. We have to exchange for the units. If we look at the tens column, we're going to have to exchange. 200 take away 89, we begin upstairs units. 0 take away 9, impossible. We obviously then would go to our tens, but no tens there to help us, top to the hundreds to help us, so obviously we take that. We always take before we top up, so that is now 100. Exchange it for 10 tens, meaning our 0 tens become 10 tens. The number then consists of 100 and 10 tens, which remember is still 200. And this is why, again, the importance of partitioning can't be underestimated. Obviously that doesn't help us with our units column, so we have to exchange again. So then I would take one of the 10s, so this what would be 10 here, now becomes 9, and we top the units up to 10. And if you think about it, the number we started with was 200. Here we have 100, 90, because we have 9 tens and 10 more, so it's still 200. And again, partitioning, all we've done is explode the number in a different way or stretch it out and share it out so that we can take away 9, we can subtract 8. The previous example required 2 steps of exchanging, taken from the hundreds to top up the tens, then taken from the tens to top up the units. There is a faster way of doing it whereby we take from the hundreds and we share over the tens and units at the same time so that they're both topped up. Although this method is quicker, personally I think that it does require a higher level of understanding, so just be careful that you don't introduce it too soon. Here's a few examples to show you what I mean. We're going to take this 100, but this 100 is going to help both columns. So rather than exchanging to the tens and then having to exchange to the units, I would say, well, this 100 that I'm going to exchange, I'm going to take some of that to help the tens and some of that to help the units. I have 100 to share out. I'm going to give 90 of it to the tens, 90 of it to the tens. So straight away I would change that to a 9, scoring out the 0, and change that to 9, and I would say I've used 90 of the 100, and straight away I'm just going to top the units up to 10. Let's try one more quick example, the only difference this time being that our top number has 0 tens, but it does have some units. It has 4 units in this example. Let's look and identify whether or not the individual columns will require exchanging. So encourage your child to do this. So will the units require exchanging? 4 minus 7, yes they will. And will the tens require exchanging? 0 minus 4, yes they will. So we know that this is an example where we go straight to the hundreds. So yeah, we take one of the hundreds, always taking before we top up. And in this example, we're going to use the strategy of sharing the 100 over the tens and units column. So we've taken one of the hundreds. That means we know that the tens need topped up and the units need topped up. So we're going to put 9 into the tens column, and we're going to put the 10 remaining into the units. So what we've done is we've taken one of the hundreds. We no longer have 0 tens, we now have 9 tens, and we no longer have 4 units, we now have 14. And just as a recap, 200 plus 90 plus 14 is our original number 304. So then really easy, 14 minus 7, 157. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found it useful. Bye!